Welcome to Financialize. My name is Wayne Dlovu, and you are here today to watch my new video, which is going to be about taxes. Yay! Please like, comment, subscribe, and let's get to it. Taxes are broken down into many different types, right? But in terms of the biggest taxes that the country has, it's definitely going to be your corporate tax, your personal income tax, and your value-added tax. They make the biggest bulk of the tax revenue that the government collects. And they're the three biggest forms of taxes that most people have to worry about. And they are the ones that we're going to be talking about today. Let's start with the first one, corporate tax. So corporate tax is a very interesting tax. It's a tax on the profits of a company. Corporate tax is set at 27%. I think it's very important for people to recognize the fact that we have a progressive tax system. Progressive meaning the more you make, the more you get taxed. And the idea behind that is integrated even into corporate tax. For companies that make up to 550,000 rands in profits in a given year are going to be taxed at 7% corporate tax. If you make between 550 and 850 in a given year or in a given period of time, you're going to be taxed at 21%. And then if you are doing it from 850 upwards with regards to profits every single financial year, then you are easily going to be taxed 27 to 28%. It's very important to recognize the fact that of all the money that South Africa generated through taxes in 2025, corporate income tax was able to generate 17.4% of the total tax, which would be somewhere around 323 billion rands for the economy. Now, just so you guys know, this is paid annually. And it's very important that people recognize the fact that this taxes profits, not revenue. This is going to be definitely one of the biggest, tax generators in the country. It's a very huge amount of tax that gets collected if we're using value-added tax. VAT, like everybody knows, is set at 15%. It is a tax that every single person in the country pays, from students to the homeless. If you buy something, you've paid a tax. That tax is VAT. But if anything, VAT is actually a business tax. What businesses end up doing is that they just increase their prices by the VAT percentage. That way they can make customers pay for the VAT. So here's something cool that I just learned about VAT as I was researching for this video. VAT is actually a very new type of tax. It was actually introduced in 1991. It was initially set at 10%. It's up until 15% right now. That's a 50% increase since the first time it was introduced. Now, there are a lot of different factors as to why that's the case. One of them is inflation. I've always wanted to make a video about inflation. If you want to see me explain what inflation is in a way that you and I and your 5-year-old can understand, please do let me know, and I'm definitely going to make a video on that. While you're at it, please like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you're thinking of this video, and let me know if there's anything that you want to know with regards to the economy, personal finance, or businesses. Okay, let's talk about the last and, quite honestly, the biggest tax that the country has, and that's personal income tax. Personal income tax is so damn big that it contributed 39.5% to the total tax that the country generated in 2025. Just so you know, these percentages are not gonna add up to 100% because there's still an extra portion behind. And that's going to be all the other different taxes. Now, obviously, the idea behind all of this is the fact that these taxes are supposed to be used to pay for roads and schools and make the economy a better place to be and to compete in. That's the idea behind it. Personal income tax is a very difficult tax to skip out on. It starts at 18%, but like I said initially, we're a progressive tax system, meaning that the more you make, the more you're going to get taxed, right? But as your tax bracket starts to increase and starts to improve and you start to make more and more money, you can be taxed as much as 45% of your income. So guys, that was it. That's the video. Thanks so much for tuning in. Very simple video, very basic video. I just want to explain a very basic, simple topic. Taxes are unavoidable. Please pay your taxes. If you can find ways to lessen the amount of tax that you are gonna pay, it might be a good idea to do that. Obviously legally. Don't try and do any snacks things because SARS will always know.